Yo, 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 it's your boy, Mr. P here, back ready to drop another video about everyone's favorite subject, Fortnite. Greetings, younglings. So, we're just going to finish off our game today. To start this off, we're going to add in our canvas so we can display our score. Up in the top right corner, we might even put in a "you win" text in the center, maybe a nice big red one. And then we will do our game controller script to control all of our background variables. So the first thing we need to do is create our canvas. So we're going to right click on our hierarchy, go down to UI, and create a canvas. Alright, that'll allow us to display things on a two-dimensional plane. Then we're going to put in our text. So if we right click on canvas and go down to UI again and add a text, we'll rename this one score. And then we're going to tell it where we want score to go. So if you go to game, you can see at the moment it will display. It won't show up in scene though. Alright, so at the moment it's in the center. So if you go over here to our transform and you click on our middle center anchor and then you hold down the Alt key, this will set the anchor position for our text. So we're going to click on the top right, and it should end up at 80 and minus 15. So I want to move that out of the corner slightly, so I'm going to set this to 90 and minus 20. Then I want to make it a little bit bigger so it's easier to read, so I'm going to set that to 18. Here. It's because we haven't changed the size of our container, so we need to substantially increase the size of the box holding it. So it's now 300 by 90, which is probably bigger than we need. Alright, so 150 by 90 looks pretty good. And I'm going to change the color. I'm going to make it a nice red. Let's go with a pink. Alright, so this is going to be my win text. So now we need to make a new script. So if we right click in our scripts folder and create a C# script, this is going to be my game controller. Alright, now I renamed it here, so I'm going to make sure when I open it up that I fix up my spelling mistake again so that my class is the same as my script name. Okay, so we're going to need to change what we're using because not only are we using the using engine, we're also using the UI engine specifically. So we're going to need two public texts. I'm going to call one score text. And I'll call one win text. Alright, I'm also going to set up a static public integer, and I'm going to call that count. And we'll discuss why it's a static public in a few moments. So first thing I'm going to do is in our void start, I'm going to set the variable for count. So I'll set count equals 0. And then underneath void update, I'm going to create a new function, so a new void called set score text. Alright, and this is going to be where we do all of our counting. So what we're going to do is we're going to do an if our count is greater than or equal to our number of collectibles, which should be 8. Then we're going to set our win text dot text to equal let's say you win. Alright, and above that we're going to set up what our count actually displays. So we'll go our our score text dot text will equal our Alright, so it'll be score, space, and then we're also going to add on our count variable. We're going to transform it into a string, so it comes up as words. So this will display our integer and transform it into a string, so it'll become score and then whatever our integer is for count, so it'll start at 0. And then we need to run this, right, so that it actually displays. So the first place we're going to run it is when we start the game, and then we're going to run it every frame, just to ensure that as we collect things it refreshes. Alright, so to make this script work, we need to do something to increase our count. To do that, we're going to open up our collect script. Just double check we have no errors. Open up our collect script, and underneath destroying the game object, we're going to go into our game controller. Alright, dot count, which is our integer, and we're going to set it to plus equals 1. So every time it triggers this script, it's going to increase our count in our game controller by 1. Oh, no errors again. So now we need to set up our game controller. So if we click on our event system, which you should get automatically when you create a canvas, we drag our game controller onto it. You should notice that we have a score text and a win text. Now at the moment they're both empty, so we're going to drag our two texts from our canvas and onto those two dependents. So when we start our game now, we haven't turned off our new text. So let's jump back in and fix that up. Alright, to do that, we're going to go in here in our start, and we're going to go winText.text equals, and then we're just going to leave it as empty. Alright, and that will get rid of that annoying message in the center when we start the game. And one more thing. Alright, in our if statement, we're going to put in a bracket. And then we're going to set it so that once we've collected all 8, it freezes the game. So we're going to do time.timescale, and we're going to set that to 0, so that when this displays, it's going to freeze the game. So we need to make sure we also put in our second bracket at the bottom of that. Alright, we'll save that and check for errors. Alright, so if we press play, our new text should disappear. Excellent. Our score is set to 0. And as we collect our collectibles, alright, our score is increasing. And then when we get the final one, the game should freeze. Perfect, and we get our you win message. Alright, that's it for today, ladies and gents. See you next time.